This is a video about fixing, hopefully, I think, my Frigidaire professional dishwasher. And I was getting all these error messages. There's one right there. And I wrote them down up here. iFO, i40, i20. I saw people pulling these things out. I've seen the kits. And that is the culprit right there. The little hole. The little hole, not the big hole. There's a kit that you can buy to replace that sensor. And you have to get to the sensor by pulling the device out away from this covey and either replacing it or taking it apart and cleaning it. I saw one man use a straw, a bendable straw, and he sucked it up. I wanted to use a bendable straw, which I have, but I didn't want to suck it up. So I went to Amazon and I bought these. Baby booger snatchers. And that's what I used, and that's what I sucked out of there. So I cut the straw, because he had to have a long straw, because he had to stick his head in there. I don't want to stick my head in there. So I cut the straw and fit that over it, not with the contents, but I jammed it in there as best I could, put some very hot water in there, squirted the hot water in that hole, and as soon as I did, the machine started running, even with the door open. So we'll see. I'm going to keep squirting, and then I'm going to try to run the dishwasher, probably empty. And you got to take, for those of you that are new, you got to take this little screen out. First, you got to take the basket out. I better do that first. You put the screen in there and you put this basket, it just turns and comes right out. Make sure that's clean. Then you got to put that bent straw in there and get a booger snatcher. And I'm going to keep repeating this step to see if I can get success. So here's my device. That's my tool. And I'm gonna get this hot, hotter than it is, because I'm gonna use hot water. If you're using your mouth, you can't obviously do that, but I'm using this little puppy. We'll see. So the water is not boiling hot, but as you can see, it's hot. The way when I'm getting the water in there, you depress the ball and you let it go. Now it's got water in there. I got to turn this off. So now, I don't think my problem's solved because I can hear that thing beeping. So I'm gonna do it again, but I'm not gonna be able to film and squirt. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this bulb and I'm gonna put this, well actually I might be able to do it. I'm gonna get it in there. Slide it back in there and squirt. Now there's water down at the bottom. So I'm gonna suck that up because it's clean and I want water in there. And and there's debris. See that debris coming out of there? You see that debris coming out of there? There's more debris. See that debris? See that debris? See that stuff? Now I gotta let go of my filming because I gotta get that out. So that's what I'm pulling out of there. That's another cup. That's my clean water cup, hot water. That's what I'm pulling out of there. Sorry for the shaky video. So I'm gonna have another go with this. Clean water. I've gotten all the dirty water out from underneath. That's the dirty water I've stuck in there, and that's the debris. So I'm gonna have another go with this. And I'm putting it in there pretty forcefully. Came out. Gotta stop. Now what I'm doing, that's my dirty water. I'm just using this thing to get it up, get all this out of the bottom. And there's some little pieces in there. The problem with this method is there's no prevention for it happening again. But I'm filming this in 2023. And we installed this probably 6 years ago. There's a little piece right there. And I think I've cleaned it. I'm not getting that much more out. But you can see there's some pretty big pieces that I got out of that little puppy. So let's see, I'm gonna run a wash. I'll be back in a few. So those of you who are new, you didn't see me take this out. So I'm gonna put this back in. It's not hard. That just goes like that loose. And look at all that debris right there. Look at all that debris right there. I gotta clean that off. Sorry. All right, so this is a screen. It's a pre-screen. That's not here. That's here by design. So that's not there for its good looks. Now, if this method works, the shortcoming of this method is this is just a cleaning, but not a prevention. And it looks like there's a lot more debris down there. I hear that thing going off. There's a clip. I thought about rigging up my own screen, but I wouldn't recommend that because this is very hot water, and screens that I've seen on Amazon, like Magic Screen, they have, they're adhesive. They're designed to patch screens in your patio. And this water gets super hot, so I don't think it would work. Clean that.
Did you get all the guts out?
I did, that's my sweet wife. So I've cleaned it, and then this basket just drops in right here, and you just give it a turn. Well,
To lock it.
doesn't seem to lock at all, really. There's really no locking mechanism that I could see. That seems to be all you have right there. Well, there ain't a whole lot to it. That seems to be the, I don't know, I'm gonna leave it right there. Now, so far so good. So far so good. It's making all the right sounds, and it sounds like it's really, my sweet wife knows the sounds, and she says this thing is humming along pretty good, but we don't know. It just started a few minutes ago. It normally takes about an hour. Our test is on this particular model. We get a blue light down here when it's through cycling and when it's through drying. So that's gonna be about an hour. So I have to come back. Now about this little device right here. I learned about this magical tool with our kids. I call it a booger snatcher. It's for infants that have a head full of congestion. Now, they made these in different sizes on Amazon. This came in a 4-pack, and it actually says it's an ear something or other. Now, I don't make any money on this. This isn't about that. It says new sterile ear bulb nasal ulcer, 2 ounces, and it's a 4-pack. So these are pediatric. Now, some of these are used for different things. Some of them are used for adult ear canals. The key is you've got to get a tip that will fit inside, where's my tool? That will fit inside here. That's your goal. And since you're not sticking your head in there, since you're not sticking your head in there, you don't need that straw out here. which if you're dealing with hot water, it could cause this thing to collapse with the suction. I did not get any collapse because I jammed that thing in there and it worked just fine. So you need a tip. So I would get a pediatric size. Now sometimes these things aren't made very well and these will break here, but that's got to be with a lot of, this is put together. This is fused together. So I've seen them online where this will crack. That's got to be over extended use. I'm going to use this very little just for this tool. But if this works, and I think it is going to work, I think it has worked, we'll see. This will be an easy thing to do, so you really don't even need that preventive piece. The preventive piece comes in the kit. And apparently Frigidaire or Whirlpool or whomever has figured out that there's a flaw in the design. And not only is it causing these, what are they called? It's called a pressure sensitive switch. Now, the pressure sensitive switch is being clogged from the inside out. So most people's method is to go to the outside and pull it out. But like this filter right here, see how it goes one way? The clog is coming from the inside. And what they're doing is they're going to the outside and pulling it out, which involves a lot of collateral undoing. I didn't want to do that, neither did the man using the straw from the inside. He was going in from the inside and sucking it back out, but he was using his mouth. But that's where I got the idea of the baby snatcher, the booger snatcher, using that for suction, adequate suction, so that you could pull it out from the inside, and then your switch apparently is fine. It works fine. We'll see. So this approach is to work from the inside with water and pressure to pull the debris back out, instead of going behind the unit to pull the device off and then clean it and then put it back. This method looks a lot easier and less expensive, with a lot less collateral undoing and putting things back and running the risk of who knows what. Now, this thing is running, it's been running for about 30 minutes. And my wife said she has not heard this machine run this well in years, certainly not recently. So I'm very optimistic. But while I'm waiting, I want to let you know about something else. This stuff. This stuff is amazing. I don't get paid from YouTube for anything. Nothing. I found out about this stuff on QVC or maybe HSN. I get a lot of stuff from those people. That's a great place to get product. There is no better customer service. But this is a young man sells this stuff on QVC. You buy it by the case. I think you get about 3 of these in a case. And I think as of today, it's around $40. But a lot of times you can get it on sale at QVC. But anyway, it's worth it. This is a drain cleaner, or if you've got a slow drain. A slow drain is a clogged drain. But a clogged drain is definitely a clogged drain. Now, we live on a slab here, so clogged drains are really, really important. It's really an important thing. I have bought just about every possible thing that I can get that's borderline toxic, and is toxic. Bad for pipes, bad for everything, bad for people. This stuff is not bad for pipes, it's not bad for people. In fact, my wife has told me that she believes it actually cleans the toilet bowls, because what you do is you put this stuff in and it emulsifies the clog. That means it breaks it down and turns it into water, or a watery substance, so that you can flush it. Now, I still use a plunger, but you pour this in your drain or your toilet and it works. I swear by it. So anyway, that has nothing to do with this. But while we're waiting on this, I'm gonna let you know about this too. This man's daddy actually invented this stuff. They are smart, gifted people. But anyway, you can go to QVC and probably get the best price on this. And it might even be on sale now. I haven't checked it. So I'll come back, and this should be done in about 20 or 30 or so minutes. No stoppages, no warnings, no nothing. Just sounds like a good, brand new, properly working dishwasher. So I'm very optimistic. All right, I had to run up to the store and I'm back, and I think this thing ran about an hour and a half or so, maybe longer. But this is what you want. That's what you want. That's what I want. Yeah. So there's steam. So my glasses are steaming up. Come over here, please, and hold this over my head. So for those of you who did not see me take this apart initially, you remove the lower tray. You get this little filter out. Make sure it's clean. And then this is also a filter. It's pre-filter is what I'd call it. Make sure this is clean. And you put your device in that. And everything has drained. We ran it empty, as you can see. We did have soap in there, so this released. Everything worked perfectly. So I'm saying this is a success. We had these. You need plastic bendable straws. So this will be our permanent kit. Dishwasher sensor cleaning tool kit. Straw, whatever you want to call that. So that is success. It's the easiest way to do it that I know of. And just about anybody can do it. And again, that's what you're after, to get rid of this. That's what was causing the problem. And it runs perfectly. And it ran better. We have not heard it run that well as it just did. Now this is one cycle, but we haven't heard it run this properly and vigorously for a long, long time. No beeps, no warnings, no codes. Everything's done.